light shines on, the Spirit helps me guide my way. I know this ain't just me. I walk strong, but this time I won't be afraid. I know this ain't just me. No, this ain't just me.
Welcome to Silver Arrow Tarot. This is me, Amanda. Welcome back if you're subscribed, and welcome if you are new. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading, and I'm going to be doing a series of these, hopefully, if they are popular and you guys like them. So today's topic is, am I being gaslit? And by who? And before I begin, I want you to please stick around so that I can at least quantify gaslight, because a lot of people are using this term a lot more now, and it's really important to understand the actual context of this word. So it is specifically someone who is psychologically manipulating someone to sow seeds of doubt, self-doubt, and confusion about reality. Okay, so they are attempting to, the person is attempting to create confusion and in the victim and cause them to doubt their own ability to judge and assess the situation, cause them to doubt their ability to remember things correctly, to see things accurately, and to trust their own intuition and discernment and judgment. Okay? So that's what it is. It's not just being lied to. Okay? It's more specific than that. So if this feels like it resonates, please stick around for your pile. I'm going to be doing 3 piles. We're using the Tarot of the Abyss here. And we're using this cool runes deck to have something to choose from for your intuition. So I'll be showing you 3 different runes that you can choose from. Then I will go into each of the piles, okay? So that's how it's going to work. And I will see you shortly for your selection. All right, so here we have, this will be pile 1. If you choose this rune, this is the sun. This rune, it's called Swalo. Then we have for pile 2, this one is wealth, Fehu. And finally for pile 3, we have Lagus, water. Okay, so use your intuition, discernment to choose a pile. And remember, guys, this is entertainment purposes only. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. Welcome, pile 1, to your reading. If you choose Swalo, sorry. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. It's the sun. Let me know how you guys like the sound quality on this video, because I'm trying a different lavalier and I'm putting it close to my face, but I don't have it on a piece of clothing, so hopefully I won't get any scratchy sounds. Still haven't really quite figured out the whole thing with sound. So I'm working on it. I know that my voice can come off kind of soft in some of the videos. Anyway, I digress. So you got Swallow, which is the sun. This is a very positive card to me. So I feel like the answer is gonna reflect that. And we have, let's see what your cards are. I'm going to ask for like a simple yes, no. Okay, so you have the Four of Cups in reverse. You have the Seven of Wands in reverse. And you have the Wise One. Okay. So I do feel that whatever situation, I mean, obviously you're here because you're questioning. Whatever situation that you're in, it is a situation which you feel very discontent. You feel very emotionally, like, there could be apathy, there could be just like unpleasant feelings. You're in your feelings a lot. Things do feel confusing and tangled up, is what I'm seeing. It's like tangled. Things are very tangled. And so that's probably why you're feeling like you're possibly being gaslit, because you yourself are definitely not clear on what you want and exactly how you feel about something or someone. And so the Seven of Wands is someone who's like on the defensive. You might be defending yourself against other people's like opinions or what they want you to do. This to me is also a card that talks about boundaries. So boundary work is going to be important for you in this situation, to get clear on your boundaries, holding to and sticking to your boundaries. I do feel like this, whoever this is or whatever this is a difficult person. They might like to push boundaries. They might like to push on people's buttons. They might like to get a rise out of people, maybe, is what I'm hearing. So that's, that's a challenging energy. These two cards are challenging energies. You do have the Wise One. So there's two ways I'm seeing this. It's like, first way is that you are being manipulated, but you are smart enough to see it, so therefore you're not being gaslit. Does that make sense? So they might be trying to, but you're smart enough to see, because the sun is this bright luminary in the sky, and nothing is going to hide in the shadows with this energy. So gaslighting is about obfuscation, why can't I say that word? Obfuscation, and like things being in the shadows, things being hidden. But you are wise enough to see. Your intuition is strong enough and is telling you what is true. They might be trying to influence you. You might be swayed, or like there might be guilt trips or something going on, but like you're here, so obviously you're questioning it, and so you're not fully being gaslit, because it's something that you're aware of. You're aware of the term, you're aware of the dynamic, you're aware that it could possibly be going on. The other way I'm seeing this, though, is that this person is the Wise One, and they are either telling you the truth or being truthful, and you just don't necessarily want to take that on board. It's like too confusing for you, or you just there's part of you that wants to like find a way to like justify why you don't like the information. So that's one way it can go. right? And they don't mean any harm by it. They might be kind of blunt. It's possible that the information that they're giving you or the advice that they're giving you or like this situation is unpleasant but true, if that makes sense. Like with the sun here, I just don't think there's much in the way of hidden information and on either part. There might be other dynamics, like I said, with boundaries or just with complicated dynamics or feelings or emotions or patterns, but there is not a clear sign here from me, from the cards, that gaslighting is what's happening. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing. I guess I'll pull some cards to maybe clarify for you who this person is. Okay, so let's see, just to give you some extra information here. Okay, so we've got a few cards, hopefully to clarify for you. This card fell out first, 8 of Wands, and 8 of Wands is about communication, fast-moving energies, but so you might be able to identify this person by the fact that you have a lot of, maybe you communicate with them a lot, perhaps through text messages or online communication. Okay, that's for some. And then for others, we have this formation of geese. Geese, to me, as a spirit animal, they're a very loyal animal. They stick by their mates for life. They also can be aggressive birds. They have a reputation for being a bit aggressive. So that might help you identify this person through the fact that they are a loyal person. They could be a family member. There is a deep bond. And they might be someone who defends their family, like they're very protective. Okay, so we have 9 of Pentacles reversed, the Strength card, and Queen of Wands. So it's interesting, we do have some fire energies present, so that's a Sun card along with Strength, Queen of Wands. This person could be a Leo or a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Okay, so fiery energies, and that goes back to what I was saying about someone who tends to maybe push the line when it comes to boundaries. So the thing about boundaries is that we might set them, but people can choose not to honor them, right? And so this person might be difficult in that regard. They may hear your boundary and may choose to override it and not listen to it because they might feel that they know better. Not saying that they actually do know better, but they're not taking your boundaries seriously. So that's kind of when you have to be honest with yourself about when are you going to take that step to say, okay, if this happens again, I will have to enforce some kind of consequence, right? Like, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm not going to answer your phone call until, we work this out. That's just a kind of extreme example, but sometimes people need to know that you're serious about, especially if you've allowed this behavior to go on for a while and suddenly you're asking them to change. it's difficult, can be difficult for this person to listen and take it seriously. So you have to take it seriously as well. Nine of Pentacles talks to me when it is upright. This is a very generous, giving person. This person is, on the card, is being shown as like a more mature person. So again, this could be somebody older in your life, family member. Nine of Pentacles is someone in reverse. They could have some codependency issues. That might be a play here, because the Nine of Pentacles, when upright, is a very independent energy. Isn't reliant on other people, knows that they can get their needs met. They're confident in their ability to get their needs met. So people that are codependent can get into a space where they don't feel very confident and then make unrealistic demands of other people in their lives, right? So, strength. Again, this person could be a Leo, Aries, Sag. I do think that they think that they're helping or being of help to you. So look for that. Because the Strength card shows a woman who's taking care of the lion. They're taking care of something or someone that they care about. They're taming the lion. They might be trying to tame their inner lion. So this is something they're struggling with. And then we have Queen of Wands, someone who is very passionate, driven, ambitious, spiritual, attractive. We do have females, so female. Doesn't have to be, but could be an older matriarchal figure for you. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing here as clues for you. And I'm gonna do, because we did get a no, I would like to see like why you feel that you are being gaslit. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a few cards for like why you might be feeling gaslit in this situation. Okay, so I cut out the shuffling just to save time, but we have 3 cards came out. So we have the World in reverse. It's a very interesting card. Infant here. Ouroboros, snake. Okay. So we have Queen of Swords in reverse. Also very interesting illustration. And then the Magician in reverse. So I do feel like the reason that you are feeling that this person might be gaslighting you is because I do feel like they're hindering your growth in some way. All right, they're hindering your growth. You want to expand, you want to grow, you want to travel, maybe, and I feel like they're keeping you from that, or you at least perceive that they're putting some kind of barrier in your way. And I'm not trying to invalidate that, of course. Please don't interpret what I'm saying as me invalidating. I'm just explaining the situation, like how they're seeing it maybe. So the Queen of Swords is someone who is very logical, and the way she's holding this and she's got her eyes closed, it's like almost like she's like trying to connect with the sword, connect with her intuition, connect with her logic, to see things more clearly. So I do feel like you are feeling like you can't see things very clearly right now. And so you're trying to gain clarity, which makes sense because you're here. So hopefully this does bring you clarity. This Magician card in reverse, I do feel like you're feeling like you can't manifest the life that you want. You can't manifest the it's like you're blocked from manifesting what you want, and you can't figure out why. And so I understand, like, it makes sense. Like, you're probably like, am I just not seeing things as clear as I need to see them? What's happening here? Like, why is the universe blocking me? Why am I blocked from the life that I feel like I deserve? So there are other, like I said, there's other reasons why the outcome that you're wanting, the life that you're wanting, the growth that you desire is like out of reach for you. I don't, like, honestly, these cards are coming out. Like, I don't think that you can't have them. You've got the Magician, you've got the World. These things are within your grasp. It just right now may feel like it's out of reach. And I think you're in a process of trying to figure out like why that is, which is good. Questioning is good. Questioning leads to answers. All right, so this person may not see you clearly, but I don't think that they're trying to purposely, like, I go back to the intro, the definition of gaslighting is that they are purposefully trying to confuse you and make you feel like what you see you didn't see, what you feel you didn't feel, what you heard you didn't hear. They're not trying to do that, okay? There might be other things at play, but that's not one of them. I think I will leave that where we have it here. So if you do need more personalized readings, I do have them available. I do have my Etsy shop linked below. So check those out, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Welcome, Pile 2, to your reading. So if you chose Feihu Wealth, this will be your message. We're going to pull some cards and get a straight yes or no. Again, remember, these are general readings. And please take what resonates. Leave the rest. Let me know how the sound quality is. Trying to use a different mic. I don't know. Still working on this sound thing. I know I can come off as quiet. So Feihu is all about wealth, prosperity, abundance. So it does bode well for this reading that you're not being gaslit, but we'll see. Like, let's see what else comes out. And while I'm shuffling, please make sure to give this video a like and a subscribe, and go ahead and comment, share if you feel called, because it really does help the channel and it gets these messages out to as many people as possible, right? So it really does help my channel in a way that is for the greatest and highest good of everyone, and it's free. So we have Ace of Swords. That's good. That's good. We have Two of Swords in reverse. And then we have Two of Cups. So I don't know, guys. I do feel very strong Gemini energy coming off of this reading. So this person might be Gemini. However, we have only one card upright. So that is a no. You are not being gaslit. However, I'm going to read more into it here. We have the card of mental clarity, new beginnings. This also talks about new beginnings. It does seem like for a lot of you this is a relationship, most likely romantic relationship. Does not have to be, but we do have Two of Swords, Two of Cups, twos. This is, this is really like reminding me of the Lovers. It's reminding me of the Lovers here. So I do feel like this person has a Gemini quality to them, which can be read as someone who's duplicitous. We do have this card very interestingly showing two faces being held by this person. So that immediately brings up that term, two-faced. So you might feel like this person is two-faced. You might feel like this person is lying to you. You might feel like this person is not being honest. There's like some kind of deception, or you are at least perceiving it as purposeful deception. However, there's two things happening, I believe. For some of you, this person is just trying to figure themselves out. So they're not necessarily trying to lie to you, hide, intentionally confuse you. I think for some of you, this person is just, generally speaking, young, immature, and confused about their own feelings. They're trying to figure their own feelings out. They're trying to figure their own wants, needs, desires out. The Two of Swords is a card of like choices. So I feel like they're just trying to figure out who they want to be, or who they really are, and who's going to make them happy in a relationship. I'm getting for some of you, this person started out like maybe really interested in you, and then things changed. So you're like wondering, did they like intentionally like make me believe that they loved me and they cared about me and like all these feelings, and we're gonna move in together or get married or like whatever, and then that changed and their feelings changed, and maybe it feels like it was an abrupt change. But with Feihu here, it seems like a weird card to come out, but I'm reading this as a wealth of their ability to have multiple perspectives and multiple facets to their personality. They have a wealth or an abundance of perspectives and personalities, and so that's just like who they are. I mean, I don't think that this is probably for very many, if just very few of you, but like this person could have multiple personality-ish, like, as a psychological thing. I don't like diagnosing. I'm not trying to diagnose anybody. That's not what we're here for, but like, that's a possibility. So they have a wealth of perspectives. So maybe they're just trying to figure out what's true for them, and you're just sort of caught in the middle of them figuring themselves out, figuring out who they love, what they love, how they want to live. Example being like somebody very young gets involved with someone and they go, let's get married. And they're like, yes, let's get married. And then 5 years later, they're like, oh, I don't want to be married. Like, it wasn't that they didn't want to be married when they said yes. It's just like they found out through the experience of being married that like that wasn't for them. They have different goals in life. They figured out more about who they are through the experience of that contrast of like being settled down. Maybe they want a different kind of life. So, that's what the Ace of Swords is. It's like just getting clarity. And a lot of getting clarity is just experiencing life, experiencing what we're here to, like, just having a human experience. And, sometimes those things we find that they don't align. But this person is very like wealthy or like has a very wealth mindset, and they just want to experience it all. They just want to like try it all, right? Like if you've never had like oysters on a half shell, you don't know if you like it or not. If you've never had lobster before, you don't know if you like it. Like you have to try it to know like if you like it. You have to try a bunch of different things. Like, have you ever had Thai food before? No. Okay, well, how do you know if you like it? Like, that's kind of their mindset. Is like I figure things out by trying it, or like I figure out who I am by trying this persona on, trying this personality on. I think that's why you're here. You're feeling gaslit because this person is just kind of like confusing, and I don't think they're not trying to be confusing. That's just like how they are. I feel like I already sort of described this person to you. So I feel like you probably already have a good idea who this person is, but we'll pull a few more cards. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards that came out for who this person is. We've got the Two of Wands reversed. We've got the Nine of Wands. We have the 9, so more 2s, but now we got lots of 9s. So 9 of Swords. And then 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So I think deep down this person is dealing with some insecurities, some anxieties. Sorry, I keep putting my mouth in the wrong area. Hopefully you can still hear. So I do feel this person has anxieties, and if not, like, not literal nightmares, but I do think things tend to haunt them, keep them up, make them worry. Like, I'm getting kind of FOMO with this person, like fear of missing out. I think like with the 9 of Wands, this is a person who feels trapped. This person definitely feels trapped in their mind. These two people definitely are not happy. They're not in a good space. So I do feel like this person deep down is struggling, and not to excuse anything that they're doing to you, but I do think they're just kind of confused, especially mentally. They might be, running away from something good, or you, because they're just scared of losing out. They're losing out on, if they commit, then they're missing out on other experiences. Like, that's sort of what keeps them up at night. Like, what might I be missing out on? Because this is a card of like looking out onto the future. Like I said, I think they definitely have like FOMO. They're worried about missing out on stuff, and I think they get too much in their head about that. Like, you can only live one life, like you can only live one. You can't have them all. Like, you have to kind of at some point kind of choose. When we're young, we get to sort of experiment, but like at some point we kind of have to like choose a path, right? And maybe grieve that path that we didn't get to go down, but it's still better than like not choosing any path. 7 of Pentacles is someone who's like sowing their seeds. So I just think, they don't really know where to put their energy. They're not really sure where to put their focus and their energy to grow into something. So if they're not choosing you, this is why. They're not solid in themselves yet about what kind of life they really want to live. Do I want to be a bachelor? Do I want to be single? Do I want to travel? Do I want to, have kids? Do I not want to have kids? Do I want to own a home? Do I want to, live in an RV? Do I want to they're not sure. So I'm just going to pull some final cards. So I pulled some cards for like, why do you feel gaslight? Why do you feel like you're being gaslighted by this person? So I'm feeling really emotional. I'm feeling this is just a very sad situation for you guys. To be honest. I'm feeling really like, I'm really sorry that you're going through this. Yeah. You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the 10 of Cups in reverse. So I really do think that you felt like a lot of hope for this situation, and a lot of hopes and dreams, and like you really saw a future with this person, and you really wanted to plant practical seeds of like growing together, expanding together. There's you have obviously a lot of love for this person with the 10 of Cups. You really wanted to bring this person along with you for a journey, to build a life together, to have experiences together, to just laugh and cry and hold each other and be partners. And I'm just feeling, feeling really like you had a lot of hopes and dreams, and like you're really hurt by this because they're not showing up in the way that you want them to, and maybe you even see the potential for that with them. Like, you see beyond like their confusion or their immaturity, and like you can see what it could be. I empathize deeply with this. So the bottom of the deck here is the Devil. All right. So this is definitely a lesson for you about breaking codependent relationships, healing, because the devil talks to me about codependency and addictions. So maybe even possibly like love addiction. These are not easy. This is not an easy energy. I'm not gonna lie. But if we're talking about, are they intentionally gaslighting you? Are they trying to fool you? So the answer was no. But the spirit guides are asking me to talk to you about, like, healing from this situation and doing the inner work now, because I think, and I'm not judging at all because I've literally done this, writing a story in your head when the actuality of the situation, when what the person is showing you is that they are not able to commit and they're not in a space of actually being ready to settle down, and you've sort of fallen in love with like the idea of them or the potential of them rather than what they're showing you, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm wishing you so much love and healing. I'm gonna leave it here, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye. Welcome, pile 3, to your reading. Whew. These have been really interesting and intense. Please let me know how you feel about the sound in the comments. I'm trying a new microphone, so trying to get this right. So we're going to take a look if you're being gaslit and by who, and we'll see what comes out here. I'm already feeling, with the fact that this is in reverse, that I'm not getting such a great vibe. So we have Lagos water, and Lagos kind of is like, reminds me of like the moon, kind of. It says Lagos symbolism is storm, sinking, destructive forces of water, depression, infertility, warning, travels by sea, betrayal, confusion. This is what we're talking about when we talk about being gaslit. Lack of harmony and perspective. So not being able to see perspective clearly, confusion, being betrayed. So I'm already feeling like this is a no. But we're going to pull 3 cards, ask yes or no. Please, while I'm shuffling, please remember to give a like and a subscribe, because it really helps the channel, and it helps these messages get out exactly to the people who need to hear them and see them. I am just a messenger here, but it really helps the channel out, and you'll be doing your fellow humans a favor by giving it a free like, subscribe. Okay. So, we have Justice upright. We have Ace of Wands in reverse. And we have the Sun upright and the Chariot reversed. So, with this many cards in the upright, this is a yes. This is the only, well, I don't want to like give it away, but this is this is not as positive as the other piles. I'm feeling that I'm hearing healing. So for some of you, this is like maybe possibly a healer, a coach, a mentor, a doctor, even maybe. I don't know. There is the Justice card is here, so something legal, perhaps even. Could be a marriage. Marriages are a legal contract. I'm hearing that, you were promised healing, you were promised transformation. Well, I'm seeing for some people, this is like somebody in a marriage, where they were like, we need to go to counseling, you need help. And they were like, yeah. And then they lied, and this could be someone with like an addiction. So they like purposefully hid, lied, obfuscated something and tried to confuse you about the truth. A lot of addicts do this, just because the addiction comes before everything else, and they pretty much will do whatever it takes. They will say and do whatever it takes when they are in the throes of addiction. That's for some of you, but like I'm hearing ride off into the sunset. We have the Chariot here with the sun. So again, the geese talk about loyalty, and they talk about mates, like, companions, mates. So somebody promised you a lot of happiness, but did not deliver on that promise. And I do feel that they did intentionally deceive you, to some degree. They did intentionally hide. I keep going back to this. It's like she's staring directly into my soul. So I feel like for some, this person promised like a lot of emotional depth, or acted like they saw you as a soulmate, and told you a lot of things perhaps about that, and made you believe that they truly had that like feeling for you, that connection with you, that soul connection and commitment to you. I feel like they must have deceived you in some way with regards to truth, justice, fairness. They weren't being, they were just saying what they needed to say, and were intentionally being confusing about their intentions. It's very strange that I keep seeing, I don't know why, I keep seeing this as like two skulls. There's like, like what was supposed to be beautiful, was actually very destructive. And this Lagos talks about that in the negative, this destructive feminine energy. Lagos indicates a strong need to hide what is hidden or too close to your eyes to the truth. Things that are passed in silence. Rune is reverse. Lagos encourages you to end this negative situation in any way needed. Okay, so for those of you who are married or somehow contractually bound, this needs to end. You need to pay whatever penalties, do whatever is necessary to extract yourself from this situation or this person, because they are not for your highest and best good. They do not have pure intentions. Ace of Wands can talk about, Eros energy, libido energy out of control. It is destructive. It is not transformative. So we have the phoenix of, transformation, death, and rebirth. But in the reverse, this is telling me they are not interested in transformation. They are not interested in healing. They are not interested in growth. They are not interested in truth. They are not interested in justice. They are not interested in fairness. They are not interested in beauty. They are not need I go on? They sold you a dream, a vision. They promised you stuff, and they had no intention of moving forward with those plans. This was completely an intentional move on their part. So I'm going to ask the tarot. What am I going to ask the tarot? Like, why? Why did they do this? So the cards that came out was the 10 of Pentacles. So this was a financial financial gain for a lot of people watching. This person was pretty much only interested in financial gain and perhaps connections. Something that benefited them materially. Whether that's like promotion or just power, the usual power, greed, money. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at I have very little patience for people like this because it's actually kind of cliche and like boring, in my mind. Anyway, it's like, really? That's all you're after? Okay, so strength card in reverse. So definitely ego is involved. Ego is out of balance. Control. Their need to control, dominate. Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords, it's not bad, but just someone's very cold and calculating, and someone who is very much in their mind, and so they're not really tapped into their emotional body. They're not really tapped into their feelings. They've learned how to cope through detaching themselves and energetically cutting themselves off from their own like emotions, their physicality. Yeah, this is just not great. And then Ten of Cups reversed. This person is someone who I think doesn't see the value in family, doesn't see the value in like emotional fulfillment, like in the sense of like, like cars and houses and like being seen as really wealthy and famous and powerful, as opposed to being someone who like lives a simple life in a simple house but is like surrounded by people who like truly love and care about them. They don't really value that, and so maybe they've been disappointed in their childhood about like traditional things like family and loyalty, commitment, maybe they just don't believe, they've never had that. They don't believe it's possible. They don't see, how things can end up in a good way like that. And, maybe people have abandoned them and like they never just had that kind of emotional connection really with anybody. So it's just not something, it's not part of their paradigm of what life could be like. And so they've opted for like the simple, like the easy way out, just filling the hole in their soul with material things and letting themselves become very mental. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope this was helpful. I do have more personalized readings available if you do need them, as well as my Etsy shop with artwork and oracle decks that I self-produced. So go check those out if that sounds good to you. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.